Hey YouTube family, Mr. Black Mamba 305 here with you, and today we are going to take a look at this little beauty right here. If you guys have checked out my channel before, you guys will definitely see that I shoot this thing a lot. This is one of about 3 or 4 pistol caliber carbine PCC that I've actually shoot. I'm going to do later reviews of those ones, but today all the attention goes to this one. If you guys don't know by now, this is the CZ Scorpion EVO 3 S1. Yes, that's a handful. CZ Scorpion EVO 3 S1. That is a handful. This is a great little pistol caliber carbine, and I think that for the bang for your buck, this is probably the best PCC out there. There's a lot that are cheaper than this or more expensive, but I'm going to explain to you guys why this is probably the best bang for your buck. And if you're looking for a pistol caliber carbine, this is the way to go. Now, this is the CZ Scorpion. If you guys played Call of Duty or you guys know anything about the history of the CZ Scorpion, this is not the original look. This is a new look that they came out with a few years ago, maybe within the last 4 or 5 years, and they revamped the pistol and give it a different look, a different brand for the American market, or for the Czech. For the Czech military, armed security forces. And but the original CZ Scorpion, I'm going to put a picture right here or here or here or here. Not quite sure where I'm going to put it, but the original CZ Scorpion, that's what it looks like, and it fired the 7.62 by 17 millimeter, also known as the 32 ACP, and that was made for the Czech security forces. It was an automatic pistol, automatic carbine that was used. They used to go do their wet works. And then later on for the Czech military, Czech security forces, they developed this one. So this is pretty much designed as a submachine gun, close quarter battle in 1989 by the Czech military. So this is really supposed to be a full auto weapon. For the civilian market here in the United States, obviously you guys know that this is semi-automatic only. And if you want to turn this into an automatic weapon, you're gonna have to file some forms, get a bunch of tax forms and, a whole shebang, and pay thousands of dollars just to turn it into a submachine gun. But as it stands, this one is a semi-automatic, meaning one pull of the trigger is one shot fired. And pretty much I like it like that. I really wish I could fire it in semi-automatic mode, but for now I just have to settle for this. In terms of price, we're going to talk about that. There's B&T pistol caliber carbines. There things for a lot of other manufacturers that are more expensive. The SIG Rattlers, the SIG, whatever 9mm carbine that SIG sells, other manufacturers, B&T, you name them, they're more expensive, but I'm going to explain to you guys why this is the best bang for your buck. The price goes for around, depending on when you buy it. If you bought it during the pandemic, it was going to run you $900 to $1,000, even without the SB tactical brace that's right here. We're going to talk about that also. Now you can probably get them for about $7.99 and maybe $8.99, depending on where you actually find these things. So the price is pretty reasonable for today's standard. For what you're getting, I think it's worth every penny. For all the things that CZ's giving you, and the performance, the shootability of the weapon, the accuracy, the name. I think you're pretty much getting a good bang for your buck. So again, this gun, it's pretty much designed with the same specs as that of the Czech military. So this is pretty much literally maybe with a little bit of modification here and there on the Czech's version of this, but you're pretty much getting a Czech military weapon, just dumbed down for us in semi-automatic and safe mode instead of semi-automatic, safe, three round burst, and fully automatic. So you're pretty much getting the same thing. This one, I purchased this one from, I think, Kentucky Gun Company. I love buying stuff from Kentucky Gun Company. They give you great deals, and shipping is always free. If you buy with cash or a money order or a bank card or a bank like a check, you get an even better discount. So go check out Kentucky Gun Company. They have really good deals over there. I'm not promoted by Kentucky Gun Company, but that's where I purchase a lot of these things. So we're gonna go first and foremost. The CZ Scorpion is very distinct. This doesn't look like any other carbine out there. When you see a lot of 9mm pistol caliber carbine, like just like the Keltec. What was the Keltec called? I don't remember the name of the pistol caliber carbine from Keltec, but this and the Keltec are very distinct. The Keltec is foldable; it's just one straight line. You know, so it look like a piece of pipe with a red dot on it. You know, you see this anywhere, you know this is a Scorpion. You know, just that slanted top part right there where it cuts off some of the Picatinny rail. A lot of people are pretty upset that it don't go all the way out, but I like the way how it is, man. It's just perfect. And you know, all these Picatinny that it comes on the front, on the side, as you guys can see, and on the bottom they give you ample amount of that. But it's a very distinct weapon. It doesn't look like anything else. Doesn't look like AR-15 chambered in 9mm. It just looks like a Scorpion. So let's go over this from butt to tip and get the review started. So first and foremost, this is a blowback. That means you're going to get a little bit more recoil in your shoulders. It's going to be a little bit more snappy. But it's a blowback operated like many of the previous pistol caliber carbine. If you do an MP5, that's a roller delayed, so that's a little bit more soft shooting. And if you want to see the difference between roller delayed blowback and blowback, there's a lot of other videos out there. I'm not going to go into them. I'm just going to go to a review of this one. But this is blowback, so it's a little bit more violence, got a little bit more thump. But with the SB Tactical brace, you know, that mitigates it. And with the muzzle brake that CZ gives you, that also helps quite a bit. Out of the box, this thing was dead on. To the point where when I put on my red dot, all I did was co-witness the red dot with the front sight post. And I was pretty much dead on at 750 yards. It was just shooting like a champ. So that's pretty much it. So this one did not come with SB Tactical brace. It did not. It just came as a pistol version. I think I paid about $6.99 for this one. So I went ahead and purchased the SB Tactical brace, which is very amazing. Very made. This is very well made, very sturdy, not a lot of play. And to install it is not really difficult. I think there's a cap that comes on the original. You take off that cap, and then there's a detent inside, and then you just slide this SB Tactical brace right over it. It slips in there, and it just stays firm. There's no play whatsoever. And then obviously this one can be folded and shoot like a pistol. You know, and it's not really hard to aim like a pistol at all. This is pretty. The SB Tactical brace like pretty much brings it to a new level. You know, pretty much the comb height is pretty nice. Once you put your cheek on the comb right there, it really lets you sit and get your eye level with that rear sight and line up with the front sight. So that was pretty good. I love the SB Tactical braces. They do a very good job. And kudos to SB Tactical for making these braces and making them better and better every year. Every year you see them, they just get better and better. And kudos to them. So if you're going to get a CZ Scorpion and it comes without the pistol grip, without the stock, go ahead and get an SB Tactical. There's a plethora of other ones out there from HB Industries, you name it, they're out there. You know, put them on, and that's just going to really change the way how this gun shoots even better. It shoots better than what it actually shoots. Again, like there's a plethora of companies out there that make stocks, and SB Tactical does a pretty good job. The original, and they still do a pretty good job. There are fish hooks out there, tail hooks, SB Tactical brace, you name it, it's out there. Obviously, if you want to turn this into a real stock, you have to do your Form 2, send that into the authorities, and then you can SBR this, which is even better. Just not going to pay that 200 tax stamp to do that. Moving on up, we're going to go to the trigger. Now the trigger is actually not bad at all. You know, it's not a bad trigger. Let me put it like this. It's really not a bad trigger. Right, just a little bit of take up, and then it breaks. And the trigger is about, so I'm not touching it. The trigger is a little bit heavy. I really wish that they had done a little bit more with the trigger. It's a 9-pound trigger. I think that's a little bit too much. CZ, if you're doing any iterations of the next version of this gun, please bring that trigger down. If you can bring that down to 5 pounds, that would be even amazing. I know it's made for the civilian market, and we're not really supposed to have these ultralight triggers. But the American gun market, I think we kind of know what we're doing. You know, we've been shooting for a while, so please, you know, bring that trigger down. So the trigger is not pretty bad. It's not really a flat face trigger, but it's pretty straight. Like I said, has a little bit of mush right there, and then it breaks. Not a bad trigger, 9 pounds. I'm pretty sure there's drop-in kits that you can do to lighten up that trigger. It's not super great, but you know, it does the job. When I'm shooting and I'm having fun and I'm hitting steel, to be honest with you, it doesn't really bother me. I really don't care about the trigger like that. I see a lot of YouTubers, they go out there and they tell you how tiny the trigger should be and how this and this. Listen, man, we've gotten so spoiled over the years. We want this kind of trigger, and we want this, and we want this, and we want this, and we want this. The trigger is fine the way it is out of the factory. So as in terms of the trigger, again, you can go on do a lot of trigger swaps and HB Industries out there, you name it. There's a lot of third parties out there that are willing to give you a nice drop-in trigger. So that's not really a hard sell. You might have put a little bit of money in there, but for the quality that you're getting, the trigger is pretty good. We're going to move on now to the grip. Now the grip, this grip is removable. You can remove this grip. This is also not a lot of people don't really like this grip. They feel like it comes back a little bit too much right here, and they wish it had gone down a little straighter. Me personally, I don't really complain too much. I like the grip. It's not really a big deal for me. A lot of people don't like it. I think it's nice and beefy because I have a really long fingers. So for me, my hand wraps around it just nice. I have no space. It's like perfect for me. So I'm not really a big guy, but I have pretty long fingers. So that works out fine for me. I love it. You know, the angle, yes, is a little extreme. Doesn't really bother me, but you can also always take off this grip and add Magpul grip or HB Industries. They sell some wonderful grips. You know, so if you're in the market for a different grip, go ahead, check out Magpul, HB Industries, and those will give you a better option than the grip. I have no problem with this. I think it's nice and beefy. I really have no problem with the grip, to be honest with you. The grip is pretty nice. Let me show you on the other side also. There's no problem with that grip. Some people complain, but not me. I don't really have a problem with that. There's a little screw right there. You can unscrew that and drop in your grip of choice. The safety. Now, the safety on both sides, safety's on both sides. Ambidextrous go for safe and single fire. Now I'm gonna tell you, yes, it bothers me a little bit. If you guys can look, it has a little flare out right there. You know, HB Industries sell a safety module where you can swap out the safety, and then on one side it has a flat face, so you don't have that digging into your hand right there. So yes, it is a little annoying sometimes, but to be honest with you, how I solve that problem is when I'm shooting, I don't ride the beaver tail so high. I just pretty much bring down my hand just a little bit more, and then I shoot. And honestly, it doesn't bite into my finger there. Because if I ride it up high, then look, then now I'm touching this right here. You know, now it's rubbing on my hand. All I have to do is drop it down and shoot. And it doesn't really bother me as much. So maybe that's the reason why CZ haven't changed that, because they're like, yo, that's a simple fix. You know, again, the American market, we're a little bit more demanding when it comes to stuff. But yes, with HB Industries, we can go ahead and change that out. If I'm going to do an upgrade, yes, that would be one of the upgrades that I would use. I would love to really grab it really high and have that, so that later on I'm going to end up replacing one of those. Yes, so let me see, we're going to move on to the mag release. The mag release, first of all, CZ Scorpion comes with two 20-round mags. There's other options out there for you. HB Industries sells a 50-round drum, you know, but the 220-round, 30-round mags, 32-round mags, so forth. But it comes with two 20-round mags, which is nice. It just looks really nice and cute. And then the mag release is right here. It's also ambidextrous. You just press that with your finger, trigger finger, and it should drop. Let me see. It should drop free. They don't normally drop free, to be honest with you. Let me see. When you press it, they don't really drop free that well. So you have to kind of like strip them. That's another thing I don't really like with it. So if you think that when you press this mag release, it's going to drop free, it's not. You pretty much have to strip it and then go back in and reinsert the next mag. So think about that. You know, if you love to do reloads and you're gonna press the mag release and it drops, and that's not this. This one you really get, unless it's when it's fully loaded, then yes, it has more higher possibility of dropping free. But in terms of just when it's empty, just dropping free, I don't think so. Nobody's gonna drop a fully loaded mag, pretty much, you know. So that's one thing that I don't really like about that. So maybe they did for a tighter tolerance. I don't really know. But you know, whichever, it doesn't bother me really. I'm not no super tactical shooter. I don't really need to drop and break up my mags anyways. The mags are really tough from CZ. They're CZ quality, but you know, I'm not really gonna do that. The mag release is ambidextrous, so obviously you can release it from this side and then release it from the other side. So this gun is pretty much ambidextrous on all ends. Obviously the safety is ambidextrous on both sides, and so is the mag release. So that is something that's really good. The gun also has a last round bolt open. So after you fire your last round, it is going to stay open, which is pretty nice. You know, not all pistol caliber carbine have that. I have a Palmetto State AR9, and that doesn't stay open on last round. And I hate to just keep racking it again when I'm ready to rack it. This does that for me and save me one step. So the bolt open function works just amazing with this, and I am super happy about that. Now, like I said before, leaving from the mag release, I talked about the two mags that it comes with. It comes with 2-round mags. You can always buy Magpul magazines. HB Industry sells more magazines. They sell 30 rounds, drum rounds from F5. The F5 sells a drum magazine. Magpul makes a 35-round magazine. You know, so there's ample magazines out there. So, but the CZ original, I think they work just fine. But obviously, third parties are gonna have more magazines to supply your feeding needs. We're gonna move up from magazines, and we're gonna talk about sling mounts. So this one comes with a few. Well, obviously on the SB Tactical Brace, you can use somebody's sports as sling mounts, and then you also have one here. This is on the left side of the gun. You have one here. You also have one here. And then, like I said, it's fully ambidextrous. You have one here on the right side and one here and on the right side. So they give you no QD mounts, so you can't really put any QD mounts on there. I'm pretty sure there's third parties where you can actually add QD mounts there, but this doesn't come with any. It just comes with the 2 on each side, and obviously you can attach a sling to the SB Tactical Brace if you have that on your pistol. So that covers the sling. The weapon is very lightweight. It's very balanced. It's a very balanced weapon. I don't think that the weapon is lopsided in any way, shape, or form. When you shoot it, it comes right up to you. It's super light. It's made of a hard polymer, so it's pretty much most of polymer inerts are pretty much metal where it needs to be. But it's mostly a polymer pistol. And I was watching a documentary on History Channel, and they were saying that, to be honest with you, polymer is more likely going to last longer than metal, because metal rusts with oxygen and moisture. It turns into rust, deteriorates, and these polymer that they're making will pretty much outlast a lot of metal. So a lot of people will talk down on polymer like, oh, it's just going to break anytime. No, it's not going to break. It's going to outlast a lot of metal guns. You know, they're not going to need any refinishing, any rebluing. It just stays the way it is, and it doesn't deteriorate. Not good for the environment, but great for guns. So it's very lightweight, very balanced. So I'm gonna have to say I am very happy with how it handles. The CZ comes with proprietary magazines. They come with originally the front sight post. You guys can see right there. That's what it looks like. Have a little U-hood, and then it comes with the metal sights adjustable for windage and elevation back here. And this one co-witness well with the red dot that I have on it. So that is pretty nice. And again, with the rear sight, it comes with four aperture sights, one for shooting up close, from shooting up close to further. So that is pretty nice. And then you just, flip through them right there. You can see them. There's 4 of them right there. And then the front sight post. Again, the rear is adjustable for windage and elevation right there. You guys can see. You can adjust them for windage and elevation, and they should be good. All right, so we're gonna move up. All right, guys, the video is a little long today, but I want to give all my subscribers all the information they need to make a best purchase they can, show them what they can get. So guys, I'm just take a little short break and say, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, go check out some of my previous videos. If you like what you see, go ahead and give your boy a subscription. If you like this video today, if it's helped you in any way, shape, or form, hit the subscribe button. It's not gonna kill you. This is gonna help your boy out. All right, let's get back to it. So we just talked about the sights. Now the charging handle. Everybody knows the HK slap, and it has that. And the charging handle is a little stiff, but it's not that stiff. It locks in a little notch right there to hold it open if you have to. And then once you insert your mag, you just slap that or hit the magazine release right here, and it goes forward. So it will lock in. So if you put a magazine in, it locks back like that. and then goes forward when you press the mag release, the slide release. I'm sorry. So it's like I said, this gun is very ambidextrous. Comes with so many qualities that you need in a pistol carbine with being such a light package. So the charging handle is not reciprocating. So a lot of previous submachine guns that you would have, the charging handle would be going back and forth. This one does. Once you're firing, you'll see a little bit of movement in it, but it doesn't reciprocate. So you're not gonna tear off your thumb right there. So let's keep that in mind, okay? We're gonna move up real quickly. So the hand guard, we already talked about that. Next thing I'm gonna move up to is the muzzle brake. The muzzle brake is proprietary from CZ. It does a great job of curtailing the muzzle flip, which is not much because you have it nice and tight in there. You're gonna tighten that up a lot. But this is threaded 1/2x28, so you can take it off, put on tri-lugs, a compensator, flash hider, you name it, you can put that on. It comes with like a little, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, like it comes with a little like detent right there, right? You pull this in, and once you pull it in, you can just unscrew the muzzle and put on whatever device that you want to put on there. And that is that for the muzzle brake. Suppressors, if you watch Military Arms channel, Mac from Military Arms channels does a good video with suppressing the CZ Scorpion. It is good at being suppressed, not a problem right there. So the muzzle brake is, you can put a tri-lug right there. The gun is super accurate out of the box. I'm trying to like cut down on the video. I don't want to make it much more longer, but I've gone over a lot of it already. And the muzzle brake does a great job. It really stays still, but because it's a blowback, you still get a little bit of a snap, but this muzzle brake goes ahead and really tame that bad boy real quick. The barrel is 7.72 inches and it's cold hammer forged. That means it's going to lend to some really accurate shooting. Like I said, everything is polymer, but where it needs to be metal, it is metal. And the barrel is no different. They give you a cold hammer forged barrel, which is super accurate, and it does an amazing job. You're going to have this gun for a while, especially if you're not shooting tons and tons and tons. Again, like I said, the CZ Scorpion has a very distinct look. It looks like a Scorpion. It is a Scorpion. Moving on, we're going to talk about the Picatinny rail. It gives you ample amount of Picatinny rail to put a scope, red dot, prism scope, whatever you name it, you got it. If you want to put a light on one side, you can add on that. On the next side, you can put a laser. On the bottom part, you can put grip, a grip if you want to SBR this, or a hand stop, you name it, you can put it there. I'm gonna go ahead and put like I think one of the Magpul, hand stop, and then move this hand stop and put it on the right side so I can get a little better of a perch on it like this. So I want to put this here and then put a Magpul angled foregrip on the bottom, and then kind of like have it, have my finger stop it here, give me a little bit more grip on it. So you get ample amount of rail. Again, there's some people out there that are complaining that this Picatinny rail doesn't go all the way out here. I really don't care about it. It gives you more than ample amount. You're not putting a long, a 4x45 scope on it to go shoot at 500 yards. It's a pistol caliber carbine. Red dots. If you want to put a little scope on it, yeah, just to test the accuracy, then yes. But you don't need more Picatinny rail like this. Don't be complaining like girls. Again, like I said, you have 4 versions of Picatinny. On the top, the longest one, scopes, red dots on both sides of this gun, as you guys can see, on both sides. You got for your lasers, lights, foregrip, angled foregrip, so they give you an ample amount of that. Pretty much that is the review, guys. The CZ Scorpion EVO 3 is an amazing buy, and that's why it's an amazing buy. You get everything you need, with the exception of maybe the grip, the trigger. Besides that, there's not much you need to do for this thing to be an amazing pistol caliber carbine. And why would you need one? To defend your home, shit it defend, apocalypse, a 9mm, home defense weapon. Yes, you want to go to the range, have fun, shoot steel, you name it, this can do it. You can use it like a pistol. Again, just in case they take back SB Tactical Burst, you can still use it as a pistol. It balances very well. So look at that. I can move it and sway it. It's super easy. It's not difficult at all to own. Look at that. Okay. It's got a CZ quality, CZ name. It's a Scorpion. You're getting so much for your money for this pistol caliber carbine. And it's an amazing buy. So if you guys are in the market to go get one of these, go ahead. You guys are probably seeing me shoot this over and over and over because I actually love it. I have a Grand Power Strybog. I have a High Point. In the future, I'm gonna buy a Chris Vector. That's my next pistol caliber carbine. I have a Palmetto State AR9. I have two other ones. I can't recall right now. If you guys, and then guys, go and check out my gun collection, my 2021 gun collection, and see all the guns that I still have to yet review. And guys, if you like this video, man, go ahead, subscribe to it. This is one of the ultimate reviews on the CZ Scorpion. If I get a chance, I'm going to post a video where I'm just shooting the Scorpion, no talking, just shooting, so you guys can see what this is. But for today, I went over the CZ Scorpion, and then on top of this, I'm just wearing a cheap red dot. Later on, I might put a SIG red dot on there, or a Bushnell or whatever. Don't let people tell you need no super expensive red dot, man. You get a little red dot if it holds up and you've been banging it up and it's worth it. If it's 50 bucks, 80 bucks, 100, don't spend over 100 bucks on these red dots, man. You know, we're civilians. We're not shooting like military guys. Let those guys go spend $300 on red dots and all that stupid stuff. And save some of your money. Buy more ammo and practice. That's the best thing you can do for yourself, is have your gun, buy a decent red dot, and buy a lot more ammo and enjoy the gun. Makes no sense you're buying a ton load of stuff to pretty it up like you're an operator, you know, with the beard and the hat and the glasses, and you're not. Just go out there, shoot your gun, enjoy it, have fun. You know, take your wife, your girlfriend, your kids out there, let them have fun with it. Buy more ammo and shoot more. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the review. I want to come out and make more wonderful content for you guys. So, you know, in order for me to do that, I'd love if you guys, you know, hit the subscription button, hit the like button, so I can get an algorithm, build a channel, so I can get more stuff. I have created a Patreon page. I'm going to let you guys know when the link to that Patreon page, if you guys want to go and donate. If you're out there, you want to donate ammo, I really accept those, because to make these videos not really cheap. You know, so if you like what you see, guys, please hit the notification button, hit the subscription button, take the time out, go watch the videos. And if you like what you see, you know, hit your boy up. Any questions you guys have, I try to answer all my subscribers when they send me a message, or, you know, if I read a comment, if I can't get to answer, I give a little like on the comment. That goes to show you I try to read as much as possible. So Mr. Black Mamba 305 signing out. Again, if you like the review, like the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Boom.